In the little town of Bethlehem, a special baby was born. His name was Jesus. He was born in a simple stable surrounded by animals. A bright star shone in the sky, announcing the arrival of the Son of God. Angels sang joyfully. Shepherds came to see baby Jesus. They were amazed by this miracle. Mary and Joseph, his parents, loved him very much. They took good care of him. Jesus grew up in the town of Nazareth. He was a kind and gentle boy. He loved to learn and listen to the stories of God. Jesus was a very special child. He was God's gift to the world. He came to teach people about love and forgiveness. When Jesus grew up, he started teaching people about God. He spoke about love, forgiveness, and being kind to one another. He taught in synagogues and by the lakeside. People loved to listen to him. He spoke with such wisdom and authority. Jesus told stories called parables. These stories were easy to understand. They taught important lessons about life and faith. One of his most famous teachings was the Sermon on the Mount. In this sermon, Jesus taught about forgiveness, humility, and love for our enemies. He said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." His words touched the hearts of many. People were amazed by his teachings. They realized that Jesus was a special messenger from God. Jesus also performed many miracles. He healed the sick, calmed the storm, and even raised the dead. His miracles showed God's power and love for humanity. One day, Jesus was preaching to a large crowd. A woman who had been sick for many years touched his cloak. She believed that just by touching his garment, she would be healed. And she was right. Jesus felt the power go out from him and healed her. Another time, Jesus was in a boat with his disciples when a huge storm arose. The disciples were terrified, but Jesus simply calmed the storm with his words. The disciples were amazed. They knew that only God had such power over nature. Through these miracles, Jesus showed compassion and brought hope to the hopeless. Section 4. A love that knows no bounds. Forgiveness in the face of adversity. Jesus taught everyone to love one another. He said, "Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." His message of love and forgiveness was revolutionary. He showed kindness to everyone, even those who were considered sinners. Jesus knew that he was sent to earth for a greater purpose. He knew that he would have to suffer and die for the sins of humanity. Despite knowing this, he continued to spread his message of love and hope. He chose to forgive those who would betray him. He remained steadfast in his mission to bring salvation to all. Section 5. The ultimate sacrifice, death, and resurrection of Jesus. Jesus was betrayed by one of his disciples and arrested. He was tried and sentenced to death by crucifixion, a very cruel way to die. While on the cross, he bore the weight of the world's sins. He suffered for the sake of humanity. But even in his pain, Jesus forgave those who crucified him. He said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." After 3 days, something amazing happened. Jesus rose from the dead. His resurrection is the most important event in Christianity. It shows that death is not the end. It gives hope for eternal life to all who believe in him. Jesus' life, death, and resurrection are a testament to God's love for humanity. His story continues to inspire billions of people around the world. He taught us the true meaning of love, forgiveness, and sacrifice. His teachings are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago.